this recipe, you're going to need short grain rice flour, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder, and boiling water. And you're going to just kind of mix the dry ingredients together, and then you're going to start adding the boiling water. And I just kept adding a little bit of water at a time until I felt that it was at the dough-like consistency I was looking for. You don't want it like pancake batter. You want it more like a bread dough. Now you can use, instead of garlic powder and onion powder, you could use maybe cinnamon or nutmeg and a little bit of sugar and give it kind of a sweet taste and make it more of a sweet snack instead of a savory one. Me, I'm going for savory. And I'm continuing to add boiling water because I'm not getting, still not getting quite the consistency I want. And you just want to mix it together. And you're also going to use sesame oil to oil your surface. You don't want to use more flour because rice flour will tend to get a lot stickier than regular flour. It's very sticky for being gluten-free. So I'm going to continue to mix it up till it's, so I'm getting that kind of consistency I want. And once I get it mixed in good enough, I'm going to stick it in the microwave for about 1 minute because this is a smaller amount. I didn't really do measurements, but I'm just going to stick it in there for just 1 minute. Then after 1 minute, you take it out of the microwave, mix it up a little bit more, add a little bit more water if you need to, and then you stick it in the microwave again. And the second time, I stick it in there for about 30 seconds. And then I'm using sesame oil to oil my surface. And you're also going to want a rolling pin or a big pestle because you're going to pound it, pound the dough. The more you pound the dough, the chewier it gets, the chewier texture you'll get. And it's almost like a mozzarella cheese texture, but I'm going to put them into little pancake form, so it's not going to seem so much like mozzarella cheese. If you make the little cylinders, it's almost like the texture of mozzarella cheese. Not the same flavor, but the same texture. The flavor is really pretty much just like rice. So I'm also going to oil my hands a little bit because this dough does get very sticky. And then I'm going to kind of mash it together. I know right here it looks kind of like cauliflower. So we just want to kind of work with it and let it cool down. It still is quite hot and a little too hot to handle. And there I got my nice dough. I'm going to oil up my rolling pin, which is going to be my pounding device. And you just want to pound it. And then fold it over and pound it again. You can do this as much or as little bit as you want. I just did it a few times, maybe 6 times. It's really quite therapeutic to be pounding something. And all those other ingredients you see are for a pasta salad I'm going to be making soon, and I will also be making a video about that. But I mean, everybody should know how to make pasta salad. It's super easy. My dough is starting to get sticky and starting to stick to the counter, so I'm going to use a little bit more oil and just work with it a little bit more. And I think that I've pounded it good enough, so I'm going to heat up the pan with some more sesame oil. I love sesame oil. Then I'm just going to make little balls and mash them into little patties and put them in my frying pan when it gets hot enough. And I'm just going to kind of cook them, fry them on both sides for about 1 minute on both sides. It will not take long at all. You just want to get that little golden color on it. You get just a little bit of crust. They're thin enough to where they're going to be pretty crispy. Okay. And I'm using a little frying pan because I'm not making a really big batch of these. There's only 3 of us in the house. So. And these would be good served with like some green onion chopped up on top of them, or maybe served with some sour cream or something. And there they are, getting a nice brown on one side, so I'm going to flip them over. And here I am taking out the last batches. I'm serving them up with some soy sauce and sriracha. And it's really, really good. They're a really nice little quick snack. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to all of y'all later. Bye.